What is going on, lunatic fringe? We're going to talk price action, number one. And number two, we're going to talk about the news and what is going on with the reports that are coming out right now. How are they going to affect Luna Classic? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're about to. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in and let's get after it. All right, to keep this simple, there is a report out right now asking the question right here, which we're not going to break down, but we are going to say that it exists. And it's a conversation about 1.7 billion Terra Classic being burned by Binance. What does that mean more broadly? And look, to be fair, to me, it doesn't mean anything at all. This is a non-issue. For me, this is just clickbait. Of course, I do the same thing, so I feel like I understand as well as anybody what it looks like when something is clickbait. So they're just asking the question, like, what's going to happen as Binance burns less than they burned the month before? I mean, no big deal. However, the one thing that's changed is the narrative that we are in the bull run, which does change things just a little bit. So perhaps we'll see a nice bump off of that, but I don't think that that's going to be the time. I think the time that we're going to actually see that really, I think we're going to come late, by the way. I think it's going to be February before we really see that good run, if you will. And I think that that's because retail will start to return. We'll see a bunch of people start to really enter the arena in February because it'll be tax time in the United States and people get their tax money back. And when that happens, I do think that they're going to jump into the market. So bear that in mind. But the point, the biggest point, which I think is going to help Terra Luna Classic, does not seem like a thing at this point, but I believe that it will, and it's this right here. The SEC has charged Jump Crypto $123 million for manipulating Terra Luna UST peg. Now, here is the thing. For those of you that don't know, I've been talking about Kanav Korea for a while now, and he was the leader at Jump Crypto. He was basically a mail clerk that they put in charge of Jump Crypto, and this is the Jump Trading Corporation, which is located near me in Chicago, Illinois. Now, what happened was, during the trial with Do Kwon, it was revealed that Jump Crypto in May of 2021 stepped in and bought up $750 million worth of UST, at that time Terra, in order to keep a peg. But Do Kwon then lied about it and said not that somebody had stepped in to protect it, but that the algorithm fixed itself, and that just was not true. So that's why Do Kwon lost to the SEC, and that's why Terraform Labs is being canceled, if you will, because they were guilty of exactly what they were accused of doing. Now that leads to Jump Crypto being sued as well by the SEC, and let's be very clear. Once we knew this was going to happen, I believe this was back in June of 2024, Kanav Korea, who was the CEO, immediately resigned, and we've never seen him again. He hasn't posted on X, he hasn't posted on social media, he has disappeared effectively, and that's it. So we do know that's generally a sign, by the way. And by the way, when somebody doesn't speak, that doesn't mean that they're guilty. That doesn't mean that they've done anything wrong. They may be instructed by their attorney to not do anything, but in this situation, I feel like this guy is getting the F out of town, and I think it's a symbol of guilt. Now, when we see this from the SEC, and then we start to get the idea here, and this is important, when we start to get the idea that it was the manipulation of an outside third party for Terra Luna Classic, I think that is a bullish momentum indicator for the overall ecosystem. And I know that that might not make a lot of sense, but listen, everybody loves, number one, a comeback story, right? I think a lot of people really want to see Terra Luna Classic revive in some way and become even a shell of what it was before. And I don't think that people know too much about what's going on. So the fact that Jump Crypto is now under the gun for what has happened here with the SEC, I think is a great thing for the markets entirely. And I think once we see that Jump Crypto was quote unquote really the people responsible for the breakdown. By the way, they were not, but the argument's going to be made that they were. Once we see that, then I think that changed the dynamic, and I think Terra Luna Classic is going to start pumping like crazy as we see information start to come out. But again, I think retail needs to return, and I think that's going to be in February, and we're going to see a huge run. And I told you guys before, between 15 and 30x would be, and I'm not, by the way, I'm not being bearish in that regard. I think 15 or 30x is going to be a big move for Terra Luna Classic. Ultimately, that would lead to the start of something more. That doesn't mean something more will happen. Doesn't mean that a repeg is going to happen. As a matter of fact, while we're talking about that, Leonardo, while not back, is starting to repost stuff by Luna Knots, and he's, kind of engaging Twitter just a little bit. So I would assume that next Monday, which I believe is the 6th, we're going to probably see Leonardo come back in, start talking about success or whatever the team's got going on for the ceramic repeg. So ultimately, I believe this is a very good thing, laying the groundwork for culpability from somebody else for what happened at Terra Luna way back in the day. By the way, if you don't understand what had happened, let me summarize as quickly as possible. In 2021, they bought $750 million worth of USTC to protect the peg to make it stay at $1. A year later, they offered to sell Bitcoin to Do Kwon in order to help stabilize the price. Do Kwon then took the money, cash, out of the UST liquidity pool in order to buy the Bitcoin. But as soon as he did that, they started selling massive amounts of Terra, and what they did was they sold over the maximum allowable per minute, because like per minute you could only sell like 1 million. So they were putting up 2 million per minute, and that was depegging, and it was continuing to force down, and they had so many coins, and that of course started a whole bunch of other people from selling, because they're like, oh my god, it's becoming depegged, it's 98 cents, it's 97 cents, it's 96 cents, I need to sell right now. So people started to sell, and then a frenzy was created, and that depegged everything. And then of course the question is, where'd the Bitcoin go? Where'd the money go? So that's what ended up happening, and Jump Crypto was behind it all. And first of all, let's be very clear, they're the only massive holder that it could have been. The question would be, did they short it? And if they did, how much did they make off of this? And we're going to find that out very, very soon. But this is the reason that it all crumbled down, just to be clear. So let's move on from there. And guys, when I get more on this story, I will let you know. Now, Classic Chaos Podcast has come up with a version 0.1 roadmap. So Classic Chaos Podcast Season 2, Episode 1 is the roadmap born from chaos. And I'm going to encourage you to go look at it. It'll certainly be interesting. Incompetence of Terra Classic validators related to building a roadmap. What? There's no roadmap? Guys, we're starting to see the situation that I keep telling you is so important. Now, a lot of you give me resistance when I talk about the fact that somebody like Happy Caddy Crypto is so focused on decentralization that he's harming you overall by not, quote unquote, pumping your bag. I say that to you, and you come in here and you go down in the comments and you start fighting me like I don't know what I'm talking about. I know price action. I know what motivates people. I know these things. They don't do these things, okay? And every time there's a possibility that we could get forward making progress, then guess what happens? These validators, and by the way, I singled out Happy Caddy in that one instance right there, simply because what he's telling you is that everybody's a crook and everybody's against you, so you should just validate only with him, which is the ultimate in centralization to begin with. I've never asked you to validate with me. I've never asked you to validate with one of my friends. I've always said to you, you decide who you want to validate with. Now, if I've had a problem with the way that somebody has made selections like Jesus is Lord or somebody like that, then I've said, look, you've got to decide for yourself. If they do share your values, validate with them. If they don't share your values, and I think and I hope that some of your values are pump my bag, create more value, because if everybody has more value, everybody becomes more engaged. Even the people, and look, this is where it gets very, very important. Even the people who currently hold a bag that just are not holders, that just don't actively pursue. They've just got dust in their bag right now. If that starts to pump and they start to see value, some of them are going to be motivated to sell. That is going to be 100% true, just to understand. But if people start to see the bag pumping, then they're going to join the community. They'll be like, oh my God, yes. And they're going to start sharing data. They're going to start sharing information. They're going to start sharing on social media. And guess what? More people will find it. More people will say, oh my God, it's a recovery. We're getting into a recovery. Let's go. And then the next thing you know, Luna Classic shows up everywhere and this market starts to pump. And your bag starts to pump. 2024 was a massive year for Cryptonomy.finance, and 2025 expects to be even bigger. Folks, we're getting into the bull run right now, and to celebrate, Cryptonomy is having a New Year giveaway with a chance to start 2025 with something quite extraordinary. The prizes up for grabs at Cryptonomy are a Range Rover autobiography. 3 winners will receive 1 Bitcoin each. There'll be 30 iPhone 16 Pro Max winners and 100 winners of $100 in Pepe. And how you participate is this: open and hold active margin positions on Cryptonomy's trading platform, invest in the Launchpool during the eligibility period, and entries will close on January 11 at 11:59 p.m. UTC. The winners will be announced on January 12. So what does that look like? All right, I ain't no fool. So we're going 20,000 into the Launchpool contract. Now I'm going to use the bronze level. We've created the contract, so we are locked in. Also, the second thing that we had to do was set up a margin trading position. My position right now on my Bitcoin long is 148.5%. On Ethereum, 123.76. We're getting into the bull run right now. We're going to open up a long with 50 Solana. We're going to take that position right now. 148% is the expected profit. We're going to use a 10x leverage position, and we've confirmed. And now we have another position open, 50 Solana this time. Let's see how this goes. I think these are going to be incredible returns. Join me on this journey. Now look, we already know a lot about Cryptonomy and its strengths, and I'm excited to highlight them again. As someone who's worked with the company for a long time, I'm confident to say that 2025 is set to be a breakthrough year. With major updates and collaborations on the horizon, Cryptonomy is ready to soar to new heights. You can earn great passive returns on staking and other programs. You can gain exclusive bonuses, including Cryptonomy token airdrops at their launches in early 2025, and enjoy countless other perks that come with being part of this growing ecosystem. Now is the perfect time to get involved. Don't miss your chance to benefit from everything Cryptonomy has to offer and kickstart your journey with a winning opportunity. And these guys, they don't care about your bag, okay? That's all I'm saying. And if you want to tell me, oh yeah, of course they care about my bag, then show me what they did to pump your bag. Just show me what has happened here from the people that I say are bad actors in this. Show me how they've pumped your bag. Because there's a wallet, that's not a reason. That doesn't pump your bag. Show me what they've done to pump your bag and leave a comment down below. Tell me what they've done. It's okay. And if your random response, by the way, let me get full screen for this one because you're not going to like it, especially if you're one of those maxis. If your answer is, well, you're not building on the ecosystem, they're building on the ecosystem. Building what? What is it doing to price action? What is it doing to pump your bag? And let me go over here and let me do this because this will make it easy for you. Here's the chart. Show me where they've pumped your bag. Just show me. That's all I'm going to ask you to do. Show me where they pumped your bag. All most of these people have done is shoot you down and mess with your ability to profit, your ability to have fun. By the way, when you're having fun, where do you have fun? Meme coins. What's going on with meme coins? Well, some of them are pumping, some of them are dumping, just like normal meme coins, and some of them are just kind of ranging sideways. Why? Because retail hasn't returned, but something like Cookie, really kind of taking off in the last couple of days. And where do you buy those? Terraport.finance. Who has a problem with Terraport.finance buying meme coins and stuff like that? The same people who are telling you not to validate with these people and then telling you, then they're not pumping your bag. They're not doing anything to help you. I know some of you don't like that because you watch me and you watch other people. But again, all you have to do, Show me how your bag got pumped. Show me how they did something for you. Show me how they did something different that made your life better and improved the value of your investment. That's all. That's all. That's all you got to do. Now, I could show you, by the way, Terra.finance. They've improved the value of my investment by listing and hosting a bunch of different meme coins to allow for trading. Now, the rest of it does come down to the community, but that part is going to be on the community to pump my bag, if you will. And I laugh when I say that every single time, by the way. So you show me in the comments, where's your bag pump? Where is it? And show me where it's because of anybody. You know what I mean? So anyway, meme coins, you got your meme coins. Now, who is the largest burners of Luna Classic? There's 1.9 billion being burned. Top 100 Luna Classic burners. Let's go down here and let's look and let's see. Lunc Dash should probably be number one. Oh, it's not. It's not. As a matter of fact, it's not even in the top 15. Why is Lunc Dash not in the top 15 of burning any tokens? Because you know who is? Terra Casino and Terra.finance, both in the top 15. Terra Casino, in fact, has burned more than all nodes, who is the largest single validator in all of this. They've burned more than KuCoin. The Lunc Burn app, they've burned way more than everybody else. So you tell me, number one burner right now, Terraform Labs. That's kind of cool, right? And then, of course, Binance burning 70 billion. So look, none of the people who are telling you, oh, by the way, you should be validating with me, they're not doing anything for you. The one thing that they need to do is pump your bag. How do they pump their bag? Diminish the supply. Come up with mechanisms, come up with reasons. And look, there are arguments that people can make about value. And maybe we don't need to burn any tokens. Well, if that is the case, then we are stuck in the price action that we're currently in. And then we should make no mistake about it. We have a $639 million market cap, call it $640 million market cap. We have a $40 million volume-ish. Again, BTCC wondering about some of that volume, but they're not reducing the supply. Binance is reducing the supply. Terra Casino is reducing the supply. Everybody else is just pretending like they're doing a bunch of stuff for you, right? I show you games from people that are validators. I show you, I'm about to show you, guess what? The Luncverse, one of these validators who is not one of them that's saying, oh, you got to validate with me. They're out here building a game for you. The Luna Classic verse. It's called the Luncverse. And you're going to be able to play this game fairly soon. So there's a lot going on in the background from a lot of people who are doing a lot of work that could go a long way towards providing investors and opportunity in this ecosystem. And they're not telling you, stop validating with people I don't like. Crikey, whatever the fuck they say, right? But again, if you, any value, go ahead and post it in the comments down below. If not, shh, your 15 minutes is over. So let's get back into it because now I'm just losing my mind. Anyway, Classic Chaos Podcast, they've got the importance of a roadmap for Terra Classic, which we haven't had in 2 years. So I'm going to encourage you guys to just go back to Commonwealth, read through this. The proposal, by the way, 12.151 for reducing the burn tax, not going to play out, not even close, not even close. As far as price goes, I just showed you the price. I mean, look, nobody's pumping your bag for you. It's not, at best, you might be getting some value out of meme coins, but that's Terraport in their location and the people who create the meme coins. That's, nobody else is creating value for you. So the question then becomes like, what's going to happen with the price? Well, again, I think that the next move is still in the chamber, if you will, and it's going to be a move up into this range. Now, I thought it was going to be up into this range right here, but I'm zooming out just a little bit because that kind of comes up here. But we're going to use this little trend right here as our litmus test. We got to get above this, we got to break back into it, and we got to get a breakout from there. And I think that that's going to happen very, very shortly. The money keeps flowing back into the market, so I think we're in the bull run. It's going to happen. I'm not going to say too much about price action beyond that today. Also, we looked at the volume USTC, same thing, just a low volume, low market cap. We're looking for a move. We don't have a move yet. Conversation about that burn, that repeg, conversation conversation about that, and then about Juris Protocol. Now, if you're wondering what Juris Protocol is it going to retire you? I don't know. I have no idea how that kind of stuff works. Maybe you get retired. I don't know. Here's what it is. Okay, it is a lending platform that will be available soon enough on the Terra Luna Classic blockchain. So you can kind of move along here, and you just kind of read through some of this and see what what's going on here. And so anyway, Anchor Protocol is what turned Terra Luna Classic into a vibrant community. The end. Okay, that's the thing that brought about the most opportunity, and it was because of the lending protocol and because they were basically just giving money away. Now, it was unsustainable. When Juris Protocol comes out, it will be sustainable, so it won't be as robust, but it will still attract a lot of people. So if you want to validate with somebody who's doing something or creating value for the community, your money should be on Juris Protocol. Now, will it come to fruition? According to them, it will. I don't know that it will. That's a decision for you to make. If you trust the process, then you should be validating with somebody like a Juris Protocol. If you like meme coins, you should be validating with somebody at Terraport. You know what I mean? Like, if they're doing things that are providing you with value, you should be validating with them. But again, show me. Show me where it is. If you don't like my opinion, show me where the money is, boo-thang. You know what I mean? So Juris Protocol, I think, is going to be one of the linchpins that's going to make this ecosystem absolutely soar. So, and I remain incredibly bullish on it. Now, by the way, when I say that, I should also point out, I got like $100 worth of Juris, okay? Because what I think is, if it goes to 100 million market cap, then that's 100x from I think where it is right now, something like that. So if that were to happen, then I'll make from $100 $10,000. Okay, I mean, it's not life changing. It's just a good fun ride. You know what I mean? So and some of that probably get flipped back over to Luna Classic, because again, I'm Luna Classic is the ultimate thing that I'm bullish on in the ecosystem. But guys. I know that it's a new year. I know that I've ranted a little bit today. I know that I've challenged you today to come up with, you tell me. Then I will ask you this. Go ahead and tell me in the comment section down below what it is that your validator has done to create more value for you as an investor. Don't show me all the stuff that they've built. If they've built it and they didn't advertise it and nobody's doing anything about it, and they have no idea what's going on, don't waste your breath, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, okay, well then show me, where the value, are there more investors? Are there less investors? Where is the price action? I can show you where the price action is every day. You can show me proposals. I can show you why things pumped. And I'm telling you right now, there's nothing that something like Lunc Dash has caused to pump yet. The only thing that has provided me with value is entertainment value on Lunc Dash, that they were wrong about Terraform Labs wallets. They deceived us by saying that there were 290 million USTC in a TFL wallet that was supposed to be burned, and 58 million in a TFL wallet that was supposed to be burned and never got burned. And then we took a mulligan on the 1.8 billion from the Luna Foundation GAR. Like, all of these different things over here. We haven't brought value to anything. So you tell me if I'm missing something in the comments down below, and then I will stop. If not, you're the one's gonna have to stop. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.